You are tuned in to 2 to 3 with Janet Leigh on WHLR1.com. It's Hotline Radio, the #1 station on the net. Today, we have a special guest who is a director, producer, and writer, Tom Costabile. And do forgive me if I mispronounced your last name.
Yeah, it's actually Costabile, but nobody gets it right. Don't worry about it. How are you, Janet? Nice to talk to you finally.
Yes, I am good, and it's an honor to have you on the show and actually get to talk with you about your movies and everything.
Oh, yeah, likewise. I'm honored to be on.
So, how have you been doing?
Really good. I mean, it's been a crazy ride. The past couple months, the month before release and the month after release,
right.
Everyone was just killing it. The marketing team, the PR firm, the distributor, the production team.
Oh, wow.
Just gaining awareness and stuff, and it's kind of kind of a little bit crazier than anyone could have ever expected. We got 6 million views on the trailer.
Oh, wow.
Or something. I think it's 5.8 million views on the trailer right now on Facebook, and it shows 3 million views, but that's how many people actually watch the whole thing.
Oh,
wow. So if you go by YouTube definition of views, it's at 6 million almost. So it's gotten really crazy for a little B horror movie. It's just taking off.
That's amazing. Wow, that takes a lot, and it's got to be worth watching for you to have that many views going by YouTube. So that's amazing. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I kind of think I went by surprise. I mean, somehow, some way, it's kind of entering the mainstream, and this is not a type of film that's the mainstream at all.
Right.
It's like a muted film or a Bastion or Shaw, Human Centipede. Some of the people have compared it to our films. Some of them have broken the mainstream, obviously, but for the most part, Bastion and tribute films definitely haven't. So
yeah. Okay. Now let's. How long have you been directing, producing, and writing?
Forever. I mean, even in high school, we were doing this stuff. When I moved out to LA in 2003, and that's when I kind of really started taking it very seriously, and doing shorts and music videos and commercials, and this is my first feature.
Awesome.
But obviously that's always been a dream and stuff like that. So
right.
I mean, I've been as a writer director, I've been literally since I remember the first time I ever wrote a script, I was I think 12.
Oh wow.
So it's been that long.
Yeah, wow. Now, for all the listeners, he's discussing his feature film VooDoo, and I've not had a chance to see it. I usually wait till the weekends and stuff to watch my movies and everything, but it's definitely on my watch list. Another one on my watch list this weekend. And for the listeners, can you give a little bit of background on what VooDoo is about?
Yes, it's about a girl from New Orleans. She goes to stay with her cousin in LA. And she was dating this guy who was married to a voodoo priestess. The voodoo priestess follows her throughout LA. She possesses her cousin. Her cousin kills her, and then she dies and goes to hell. And then half the movie takes place in her house.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's going to be... that's a good plot right there, and great horror plot. Wow. Now, how long did it take you to write and direct this movie?
This actually happened pretty fast because originally we were writing it for Nigerian film market, which is called Nollywood. Mm-hmm. And we were, that's why I was into VooDoo and, the whole thing. A lot of the Nollywood pictures, they're very subtle and they're very innocent. And it's always about a girl who cheated on her husband and, or something or the other. The husband's cheating on the wife and then the wife wants to kill the other one, but it never comes down to murder. It always comes down to some curse.
Yeah.
So it was a really innocent play. And then as I was writing it, it took about 6, 7, 8 months once I actually turned it into an American picture. But for Nollywood, it was really just kind of going off the top. So I would say total probably writing maybe about 9 months, 8 months. And then we shot the whole film entirely in 14 days with pickup and reshoots.
Wow. That's amazing. Wow. Now,
where was we moved?
Y'all were just moving right along with it. That's great, though. And where was the film? Where was the location at for the filming?
Mostly Los Angeles. So a lot of times, especially if you're from LA or if you move to LA, you kind of see the way the whole touristy thing goes here at Hollywood and Highland and Venice Beach and Mulholland Drive and Rodeo Drive. So we just kind of took Sunset Strip. We just kind of took the things that a lot of touristy places a lot of tourists do here, and just kind of made it into a film. Because, like I said, originally it was going to be a picture for Africa. Right. And with them, like there's a very big allure of coming to the States and coming to LA and Hollywood, and getting into music and getting into movies and stuff, like everywhere else. Right. But, I mean, they're just a little bit more profound, and especially because they haven't really been adhered to American cinema enough to be able to see, like, the raw seediness of LA or even know people that have been there. It's very rare that people even know someone that has been there. So the first half of the film, LA is very much a character to itself. And it just kind of worked for the story, because with this girl in particular, she, a small town girl from Louisiana, and she never really got out. She couldn't even afford a plane ticket. She had to take a train. So it was just, LA is definitely where we shot everything.
Wow. Now, with this film, what like, when people go watch it or on everything, what do you want them to get from this film when they watch it?
Well, I think everyone gets something differently from film. I think that that's one of the cool things about it, is that everyone's going to take something different from it. You're going to have a gore hound that's just going to be like, wow, that was awesome, and that was probably kind of like where I was going with it, as one myself, like I love to see shocking stuff and be able to just kind of like, eat some popcorn, drink a beer, and just laugh, at some really sick stuff. But then there's also going to be people who are going to be terrified by it, which there have been, and there's going to be people who, just are. I think it's just different for everybody. I think if I could give my desire to someone to have, it would be to just have fun.
Okay, amazing. Now, I know you said you've had people that's actually been scared while watching the film. Now, for those that do get easily scared from horror movies, what would you recommend them watching it during the day or at night to avoid having to sleep with the lights on for a few days?
If you want to, well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, some people want to be scared,
Right.
And if you allow yourself to be, and you admit to it, and I think that that's something that, once you kind of get into adulthood, it's something that you kind of shy away from, or at least won't admit to. Kind of, like I could even watch a movie and get scared, and I'll be sitting with my wife, and I'll just be like, this is stupid, like, because I don't want her to think that I'm scared. So I really think that it's just about, like, if you want to be scared, watch in the dark. If you are scared of being scared, watch in the day. Don't watch it at all, because there's, like, the people that have actually, like, truly been affected by it in a lot of ways. So it really just depends upon who you are.
Now, is is it a family friendly horror movie, or is there like an age restriction on it?
We never got an FKA approval. When you go like the VOD route and theatrical route, and you don't necessarily go into contrary to popular belief, you don't need an FKA rating to get distributed anymore. Right. So with the VOD, excuse me, and stuff like that, it's TVMA. And once you break like that barrier of TVMA, you're just TVMA. There isn't like necessarily a TV-17 or like a TVX. Okay. It's like it's TVMA only. So with that being said, TVMA is definitely what it is, and that would be for 17 years or older, unless accompanied by a parent. So it kind of follows the same rules as the MPAA, but it isn't necessarily, PG-13, RX, whatever.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Now, what was the inspiration when you decided to write this type of film?
At the time, the recession was pretty strong in America, and I was very heavily into real estate, and I didn't really get a chance to go after a feature in the 10 years I had been here or whatever at that time. Right. So I really just wanted to make a movie. And, it was like at the time where I didn't have, dozens of employees. I didn't have dozens of offices, and, working from 8 a.m. to midnight. And I finally was able to just sit down and do what I wanted to do for the first time in my life. And it was really just about, like, making a really cool horror movie, something I would have liked to have seen in the movies. And, like I said, I'm a shock guy, I'm a horror guy, I'm a hound guy, horror hound. So I wanted to make a movie that I would have appealed to myself.
Okay, but I'm most definitely, even before I knew what the movie about, the movie cover itself was just intriguing and captivating, and was just interesting and wanting, just grabbed your attention, so you were like, oh, I just want to see this just because of the cover of it and the name of it itself. So
yeah, I was a little kid, going to like the VHS stores and stuff like that. Even before Blockbuster, it was always like the horror boxes. Like there was like movies. I don't know how old you are, but like a long time ago, there were movies called like Faces of Death and Faces of Evil, and it was like real murder and like real suicide and real death, and those boxes always had just like a black box with that writing on it, and it kind of came off to me like after I analyzed, when I was where was I going with the poster for this one. It was supposed to be like a door, like like what is voodoo?
Right.
And that was kind of like, and so we kind of designed it over a door, like the emblem itself is a devil's emblem, but it's supposed to look like a big doorknob handle, and so it was just like it was supposed to be like a what is this kind of thing.
Yeah, and you did amazing with the movie cover and just the whole plot of the movie itself, and I'm really, really ready to see the movie myself. I love horror films, so I'm definitely going to have to watch it and let you know my review on it.
Yeah, so, I'm very interested to know.
Now, where can people stream this video or even purchase it?
It's everywhere right now. We're out of AMC's now, so it's just VOD right now. It's Amazon, iTunes, VooDoo's on VooDoo, YouTube channel, Xbox, PlayStation, Dish Network, Sling, Ubiquity, Verizon Fios. I know I'm missing a couple, but we're on Google Play. I don't know if I'm missing one, but yeah, I think we're on like at least like a dozen sites right now.
Wow. Now with throughout your career and now coming to your first feature film, what obstacles or anything that you had to overcome to get to this point in your career?
That's actually really a question, because it really gets into how did you pull it off. I would say to pull it off, you do need a little bit of Asian wisdom and patience. I've been on sets where directors and producers are just insane.
Right.
It's usually like the younger people that are like that. Sometimes you get older people that are like that. Sometimes you get older, very established people that are like that.
Right.
But for the most part, once you're a little bit older and you have a little bit more patience, and you can figure out how to work around things opposed to freak out at anything that goes wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's when you're ready. So I don't necessarily think that even if I would have tried this at 25, if I could have even pulled it off. I think I was 33 when I started VooDoo, and I think I just finally got to a point in my life where I could do that. So I think that patience is definitely what you need, and kill them with kindness.
Right.
You could fight with people and get nothing, or you could talk about it and be cool and maybe get what you were trying to get in the first place. And that's probably the best advice I can give anyone.
Yeah, most definitely. That's some great advice. Now, through the filming of the movie, was there at any point, with it being a horror movie, was there at any point any of the cast or crew actually got scared during any part of the films? Of the filming of it?
They're scared that they would never go home. We were going for like 18 hours a day. I think that by the time, not even in hell, even just like the first stuff, we were on set for literally like, I think we got there like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and we were like 6 o'clock in the morning. And we did that for, I think, 6 days straight, somewhere in there.
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know if they had time or if they get scared, but there were a few things that happened that were pretty freaky on set where people were like, wow, that's weird.
Oh, wow.
But I think it was more along the lines of like, wow, like that's weird, opposed to like, oh no, I can't even be here.
Wow. Now, you have other ones that you've done or they're in production. I'm not really sure. A Little Ditty and Sere, S-E-R-E, Shadow Uprising.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about those?
That's like a picture I've actually been working on for a long time.
Okay.
That's about a couple kids in the 70s, and it's kind of about how a kid goes bad. It's kind of like a Dazed and Confused meets The Shining. It gets really, really kind of crazy, really fast in that script too. And then Sere is actually the one that I've been working on in true earnest for years at this point in time. Mm-hmm. It's a big action picture. It's about aliens, outer space aliens, and how the government works with them. And it's a massive. That was probably one of the times where I wrote with no budget in my. Like I didn't care what it was going to cost. I just wanted to write it.
Right.
And in retrospect, I should have done that. It was going to be an expensive story, and one of the worst things about this business, you got to raise the money and you got to find the money, and that is a hard thing to do, especially if you're talking about millions of dollars. It can take years just to raise the money alone.
Yes, most definitely. Now, have those films already came out, or are they in the process of being filmed?
Little Diddy will probably be the first one, and there's another one I got called The Uninvited.
That just sounds
that I'm looking into, and then that's not even on our website yet. That's kind of like another horror picture where it's more like a ghost story.
Oh, wow.
That one is a little bit, that one's probably going to go pretty quick. So Little Diddy and Uninvited would be there. I'm working on a couple shorts right now with Crypt TV. Okay. We're working on those right now in earnest. We should be done with those hopefully in the next 30 to 45 days.
Oh, wow.
And then also, too, I might be doing another picture that I was sent. I don't know if I can talk about it yet, but I have a script that I was sent by a music company that they want me to direct potentially. Okay. And that one might go as well. So, and that one's already funded, so I could probably just walk right into that. And that's kind of like another movie picture.
Wow, amazing. And I especially like the title of The Uninvited. Now, that title itself says it all right there. Wow, that title
was a little, it was actually, it kind of just came to me like okay, so what it's about. Okay, one day I was watching my baby, and my wife was off doing whatever she was doing. She went out with her girlfriend, and I'm watching him, so I was watching him till late, so she didn't come home until like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So I was watching him on the monitor, and for the first time ever, the monitor started getting signal interference. And then I started seeing like these things floating around in the room, and I just got like all this stuff that I just was able to write, and I just started writing like right away, So the story's about a guy who starts seeing stuff on his baby murder happening to his child.
Oh, wow.
It has to do with it.
Oh, wow. Now, what other can the fans and listeners expect other genres of films from you? Is there going to be comedy? Is there going to be romance, drama?
Actually, we have a picture called El Capone, which is a comedic take on the gay mafia. Not necessarily the gay mafia that controls Hollywood, but just the mafia that were gay, I should say. That one was really, really fun. We did a short on that in 2009. I never got to finish it, so we ended up just making a trailer on it. But that one was just hysterical, and just doing that with my friend Frankie and stuff. So we'll see how that one pans out. And then I also have another one about Chicago called Killing Sam, and that's about a gangster named Sam DeStefano who was like Hannibal Lecter in the mouth. I don't even know how to describe this guy without spoiling it, but this guy was insane. If you Wikipedia him or something, you'll learn. I grew up in the 80s, and people were still scared of that guy, and he had been dead for 15 years or something, so it was like he was that level of gangster,
Wow.
He was a torture killer and stuff like that. That one is a little bit more involved. There was a lot of stuff that happened in that script that gets into the historics of how JFK got killed, how Marilyn Monroe got killed, how the mob moved to Vegas instead of New York. It just gets into a lot of stuff. Cuba, Castro. It all kind of plays like a backstory as to how this guy got away with what he got away with because the mob, they had rules and stuff, and this guy just broke all the rules, and they didn't pay attention to him because they just had all this other big fish to fry. Right. And so it's very, very, very in-depth. I mean, that one, we already have it pretty much cast, and we already have, but the story itself is just taking a little bit longer than anticipated.
Right. Wow, that sounds like that's going to be a good one right there, too. Amazing. Now, even though VooDoo is released and it's on VOD and everywhere, is it going to be through the film festivals this year, or has it been through the film festivals?
No, actually, excuse me. We just went straight to distribution with this one. It's really not a festival picture. Even for a horror festival, they want to see slashers, and they want to see chainsaws chopping up bodies and stuff. That's not really necessarily what's going on here. This is more of a psychological thriller. And so we didn't go the festival route, and we got distribution very early on anyway. And usually what you do is you go the festival route to get distribution.
Right.
So we had gotten distribution like pretty much right off the first string of releasing it to distributors.
Oh, wow.
So we decided not to go the festival route.
Oh, okay. Is there going to be any opportunities for the fans of VooDoo to be able to have another premiere of it, to be able to meet the cast and the crew?
No, this time. However, when we do the licensing route, which is like the Netflixes and the Redboxes and stuff, Google channels, we're probably going to be doing something like that, like a promo tour again, just to promote it for the licensing aspect, which would probably be sometime in like June. But I don't have any specifics on that yet. But if you follow us on Facebook and stuff like that, you'll definitely hear about it.
Okay. Now, speaking of social media handles, where can people follow the updates on the VooDoo and follow you as well on social media?
If you go to VooDooTheMovie.com, that actually redirects right to the Facebook page.
Okay.
And then on Twitter, we're at VooDoo_film.
Okay.
We were doing really good. Like I was saying, with all the money reviews on the trailer right now and stuff, it's pretty incredible. So the public has just been like so kind to us in so many ways. If you heard about it or you want to check it out, there's trailers, there's stills, there's stories, there's interviews. Please go.
Okay. Yeah, most definitely. And all the listeners, do check out the trailer and the website for VooDoo, as well as go ahead and rent this movie to watch it this weekend. It's going to be a good horror flick. I've seen some reviews and people are like, I'm not going to give it away, but wow. It's great horror flick. And you don't get a lot of those great horror flicks a lot recently, especially like from the mainstream, movies and stuff. So yeah, it's most definitely one to put on your list to watch. For sure. So
yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean the reviews have been incredible. Like when they were coming in, I was just like, well, RogerEbert.com gave us like a 75 with a 3 out of 4. Simon Abrams and then Noel Murray from LA Times. Like the only really big outlet that really hit us was Variety. But Dennis Harvey hates everyone and everything. Really, and he actually gave us a 40, which for him that's actually like an 80.
Right. Yeah.
So it was when the reviews came in, I was actually really it's something you take with you your whole life,
Yeah, most definitely. And y'all have done amazing with the trailer views, with the reviews, and so many, positive reviews on it and everything. So congratulations on all that success and so much more success to come from this film and your future films. You're doing excellent and continue keeping up the good work and coming out with these great movies.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully I can. I'll be on again.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. You're definitely going to have to come back on the show when you come out with your other films that you got going on, so we can promote those and get listeners to go watch those as well. So most definitely. Now, before we get out of here, is there any shout-outs you'd like to give?
To fans or to...
Is it anybody? To anybody.
To anybody. I'd say, right now, our girl Kate and Clint at our PR firm are doing incredible work. They're trying to get us in right now to Comic-Con.
Oh, wow.
So if they're listening, thank you so much. And to all the fans and everyone who has supported us to date, thank you so much. And I cannot thank you enough. And please continue watching.
Yes, most definitely. Well, it has truly been an honor, and I am going to look forward to watching that movie this weekend, as well as looking forward to having you back on the show in the future.
Awesome, Janet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
You too. Okay, call me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was director, producer, writer, Tom Costabile, and I know I mispronounced it again. Please forgive me. Yeah, for sure. Go check out VooDoo and check him out on IMDb to find out his other films and future projects and current projects that he has going on. But most definitely put VooDoo on your watch list and be sure to check that out.